Hello everybody, this is Monty with Flowers by the Bunch. Today I am going to put together a casket piece for a funeral service. So this is what we call a casket saddle. I'm going to show you up close. It's just a plastic base that I have taken two blocks of fresh floral foam. This foam has been soaked in water, and what I've done is I've taped it onto the container. You can see the tape. Now I taped it in 4 separate places. Now the reason you want to tape it 4 times is because if in case some of the tape breaks, you're not going to lose your arrangement, because they get tilted and turned and all the things before they're placed on the casket. And Osa thinks that he has to be up here during design. Buddy, you have to get down. You're not useful up here. Get down. Get down. Thank you. So I have got everything taped in, and we are going to get started with our fresh flowers. So I think I'm going to add a little bit of foliage to the base first, and then we will add our fresh flowers. So the foliage I'm going to use today is green pittosporum. So pittosporum actually here in Mississippi grows into a shrub. This I actually ordered from my wholesaler. I got this from Budsy. But it does come in a dark green, and it comes in a variegated green. So I'm actually going to take these stems and I'm going to break them. I'm going to strip them down, and I am just going to tuck just a little bit of this foliage throughout this foam. I'm going to grab my trash can and put it on the other side. Let's see. What this is going to do is it's just going to help me be able to fill in this foam without having to use so many flowers. But you can see the wonderful part about pittosporum is pit has like little florets of greenery. So this is like a little floret, and then I'm going to pop it, and then there's another floret, and then you can pop it and pop it however many times you need to. So it works out really well. And it's very hardy. It's a really hardy greenery. So I'm just taking this pit, and I am just adding it to my fresh floral foam. I'm not greening it completely out, but I'm just adding just pops of foliage here and there. And that way, it's going to help cover the base. In the end, I am going to add a little bit of eucalyptus, so this will not be all of the foliage we will use. Alright, so there's our pit. That's kind of defining the shape of our spray. Next we are going to come in with, let's come in with some lime flower. Now this arrangement is going to be a little different than what you normally see. We are going to color block this arrangement. And so what that means is I'm going to put some blue here and maybe some blue over here. We're going to just do pops of color here and there throughout. It won't be just all mixed all the way through. So this is blue delphinium as a lime flower. I'm going to take my floral knife, cut that stem at an angle, and I am going to tuck it right in, push it right deep into that foam. And what I'm going to do is you're going to watch and see how I'm going to put some blue here and maybe some blue on the opposite side. And then we are going to put some pinks. It's just going to be blocks of color. Now for this stem, I'm going to cut it in half. It's really long and really full. I'm going to take it and cut it in half. And that way I can use it in 2 placements in this arrangement. Alright, so there's our blue. Next we are going to come in with, let's see what we have next. Let's come in with some stock. So I have a really pretty stock. So this is called a mauve stock. It's just a pretty pinky, purpley color. Really popular right now for weddings. I'm going to take that stock. Again, I am going to use a little bit of color blocking where we're just going to put some of it in the front. All right, so we have that pretty pink on one side and kind of in the front. Next, let's see. Let's come in with a little bit of red. So this is just bold colors for this arrangement. We're going to use some red carnations for one of our colors. So let me show you a trick with carnations. I'm going to take that carnation and I'm just going to fluff it. So I'm holding it between my fingers like this. I'm just sliding it right down in there. I'm not holding it too tight, and I'm just brushing those petals. I'm going to do that with each of those carnations. That's just opening that bloom right up. Now let me tell you a trick. Don't do that with any other flower except a carnation. For some reason, I'm not sure why, but carnation petals don't usually bruise. And so they're very easy to fluff by just brushing those just a little bit. Dropped one on the floor, but you just take each of those and brush them. Look how big and pretty and showy that flower is. It's a very happy flower. Okay, so he's our focal. He's our big, beautiful focal. So see how pretty those sunflowers are? Next we're going to come in with some pinky colored Alstroemeria lilies. So they're kind of a pinky lavender color, just a really pretty, maybe even a fuchsia. Take a few of these over here. And you can see I'm just kind of popping color here and here and here. It's just a little bit, oop, I broke that stem. It's kind of a creative way to place your color in an arrangement. And I'm going to pop some towards the back here. So this arrangement is for a sweet lady's birthday. For a sweet lady's funeral. She, on her birthday in August, was 90 years old. So this is a beautiful tribute to her life. All right, next we're going to come in with a little bit of solidago. Let's add some pops of yellow in here. So solidago is in the aster family. It's just a yellow, I've got an orange spray rose there, but it's just a pretty yellow aster, very long lasting. Now I am going to take, I've got some wax flower too. We are going to take our solidago and do some pops of that yellow here and there. I like that solidago really fills in. It's long lasting and it is my favorite color. And it's a pretty inexpensive filler, which I always really like because you get more for your money, which is always nice.
Looking good.
All right, there's our solidago. Next we will come in with a little bit of wax flower. So this wax flower is actually tinted this color, kind of a reddish, orangish color, just a really pretty wax. Now, wax flower doesn't usually come in fall tones. It usually comes in purples and some pinks and some whites. But I really don't mind it tinted. Now I will tell you that I'm kind of one of those that doesn't love tinted flowers, especially if they look really artificial. But I don't mind wax tinted. It doesn't bother me. But I like things to look natural. All right, there's our wax flower. All right, let's come in with some orange spray roses. Pretty bright orange spray roses. I'm just taking them and cutting those stems at an angle. All right, there's our orange spray roses. Next we're going to come in with some orange lilies. So I've got some pretty orange lilies. So these are just some orange lilies. So these are called Asiatic lilies, and I'm going to go ahead and pull that pollen so it gets all over those stems and my hands. I'm going to nestle those kind of in the top there. All right, there's our pretty orange lilies. Next, let's come in with some yellow roses. Got some beautiful yellow roses. I think we're going to kind of come throughout those sunflowers there. So I'm just taking and removing a little bit of that foliage and just nestling that kind of between those sunflowers. I like that that yellow's kind of mixed in together. Kind of makes it really bold and a statement, doesn't it? All right, now to finish off this arrangement, we are going to add a little bit of eucalyptus. Okay, there's our roses. Let's add some eucalyptus to this arrangement. So I have some pretty silver dollar eucalyptus. I'm just going to take it and break it into pieces. And we're just going to nestle it right down in and fill up any of the voided space that doesn't have a flower or some greenery. We're going to just nestle that right down in there. We're going to leave a little bit of it drippy, so it kind of drips down. And any of the leaves that don't look pretty, just pull those right off. It's not going to hurt the greenery at all. And I'm just kind of working it through. But you see how that light color really kind of lightens up the arrangement too. All right, I'm going to add another little sprig here, and we are going to call this arrangement done. So this again is a casket cover. It is going to be set right on top of a casket for a funeral service, and they wanted bold, beautiful colors in memory of this sweet, sweet lady who passed away. So the flowers that we chose include, let's see, we did blue delphinium as a line flower. We did a mauve colored stalk as a line flower. We also used, we used our Fire Walker sunflowers, which are these big, beautiful sunflowers. We used orange Asiatic lilies. Now, an Asiatic lily and an Oriental lily are two different lilies. Asiatic don't have lots of fragrance. So these are those smaller lilies, but beautiful fall colors. And so I love the fact that we have that pop of orange there with the lilies. We used orange spray roses. We used a fuchsia pinky purple colored Alstroemeria lily. We used red carnations. We also used some yellow roses, standard roses. And then the filler flower includes a fall tinted wax and some solidago. And then the two foliages that we used include a silver dollar eucalyptus, and then as our base to give us some form and to fill in any of those holes, we used a pittosporum, a dark green pittosporum. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I hope that this tutorial gives you an idea of how we put together arrangements. If you have any questions about how we do things here at our shop, please don't hesitate to ask below. We are so happy to answer those questions. If you have not already subscribed to our channel, please do that. You can hit that subscribe button, and if you hit the little bell, you will get notifications for when we have a new video. Guys, thank you so much for being here, and we will see you all real soon.